2. There we go. Welcome, Derby citizens. Yes. I have just one question to ask you. Are you ready for some roller derby? Holy shit. Welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park, where today we can finally kick off the hometown throwdown. Who out there is excited? Yeah, we're gonna have an epic battle kicking it off. We're gonna see Denver taking on the Axels of Annihilation. All right, before we get everything started, I'd like to give a special thank you to our skating and non-skating officials who are joining us today that make the Derby magic happen. Give them a big round of applause. I also want to thank the folks up on the mezzanine, including my Nasser compadres, who are also here to make the Gospel of Derby happen. Give them a round of applause. I also want to thank you for welcoming me back to Rose City. It's been a long time and I miss all your lovely faces. All right, now that I got the formalities out of the way, let's go ahead and get the Derby going. Let's bring these teams out. Chex, who do you got for me?
Good to have you back, King. Ladies and gentlemen, pleased to be putting your Derby-loving hands together for our guests this evening, Denver's Mile High Club. Skating this evening for Denver, number 10, Lex. Number 13, 37, Glitterous. 151, Cotton. 1706, Misty Maven. Number 19, Leah Davidson. Number 2, Taryn. Number 27, Gobrecht. Number 31, Fiona Grapple. Number 33, Klein. Number 40, Speedlejuice. Number 65, Diosa Azteca. Number 7, Evil X. Number 80, Breezy. Number 90, Wee Bonnie Bruiser. Number 949, Coyote. Number 98, Thorns. And number 999, Chinoski. The Denver Mile High Club is coached by Dominic Lenzo, Cosmo, and Lex.
And introducing in the white, the Axels of Annihilation. Featuring number 0, Zip. 11 is Bertha Beatdown. Number 16, Thunder Dame. 21, Stan the Woman. 210, Tenacity. Number 22, Habanero Romero. 247, Mia Palau. 316, Evangelical. 343, Trinity. 360, Big Bang Fury. Number 37, Swagatha. 39, Gaffney. 426 is Ripley. Number 48, Brute. Number 50, Alter Eagle. 617 is Stomps. Number 71, Danger Potato. 718, MC Slammer. Number 8, Sassin. And finally, 89 is HR. I am so excited for this.
It's going to be good. I haven't announced actual Derby in the actual venue and not in my basement in years. Well, that's not quite true, but certainly adults.
Yes.
It's been a while. All right. Misty Maven jamming against Trinity, and Trinity is lead jammer for your Axels of Annihilation. As the hometown throwdown finally underway after like 8 hours of power delays, something like that.
Yeah, 6 hours of delays, which is awesome.
It's the best.
There's always weird weather on hometown throwdown weekend. Usually it's like 100 degrees, but now we get power outages.
I was going to say, at least it's not 100 degrees, but
yeah,
40-mile-an-hour winds and torrential downpours also not great. A lot of not much happening in this corner, or a lot of everything happening in this corner, is all the defense is doing all the defensive work.
MC Slammer is playing some great offense there. And now Denver putting 2 up to like break that triangle.
And yet nothing doing. This Alter Eagle with the whip for Trinity. Whipping through for 4 points.
And Big Bang Fury with a big drawback on Misty Maven. Misty Maven pulled the cap, looking to get to the pivot. Oh, and yeah, Alter Eagle shuts down that outside lane.
Those Eagles, they're just so shutty downy.
Yes.
As Misty Maven still cap in hand, trying to find some way through and or around.
And one to beat, but Habanero Romero got a penalty, but stalled long enough for Big Bang Fury to get up there.
And finally, Misty Maven out with 20 seconds to go in the jam. Denver in blue, Axels of Annihilation in white, and jam called off. 3 more for the Axels, 0 for Denver. 7-0 is the lead after 1 jam. 1 whopping jam. So the big excitement, the return of the King, who I had heard leading up was going to be remotely broadcasting. And I'm like, how is that going to work? You guys don't have that great internet connectivity. And here you got enough to get the stream out. But
yeah, our internet connectivity is a little bit iffy.
It's good that remote actually meant it's going to fly in. And
that was an awesome surprise.
That was super good.
Hey, Zip running into the front of that pack. And there goes.
That is Klein, the lead jammer for Mile High Club. As Klein lining up for the scoring pass attack. Gets a little assistance there from Dios Azteca. But nothing doing as the door shut down.
And Zip getting up to the front, but there's nowhere to go in that triangle. Okay, there we go. The Rose blockers are in on offense now. Zip pulled the cap, but Brood is still in the back.
Meanwhile, Klein with 4 points on the first pass, now looking to the outside, cuts through the middle for a second 4 run.
And big recycle. That was Shinasti, or Shinaki? Let me check. Shinaski, yeah. That was quite the recycle there.
It was a nice little jump by Klein, landed and sort of slid hand out of bounds, but the one hand out of bounds, that's all right. This time an easier pass for us. 4th 4, 16-0 at this point in the jam, 37 seconds remaining. As Brute again playing on the defense, haven't seen there goes the pass. I'm like, just as I'm starting to say it, I'm like, I think they're getting into star pass position here.
Yes. Klein, though, skating on that inside edge. Sticks that landing.
Brutal. A beautiful move by Klein for 4 more. 20 points. And
24 now.
24. Oh, there you go. Brute managing to steal 1.
Yeah.
So if you're scoring at home, point to the pivot.
Gotta love it when the pivot gets a point.
And we sit 24-8. And reset with Evangelical and Cotton.
And Cotton tries the outside lane, gets the inside though. Nice. And there goes Evangelical.
Good run by Thorns, but Thorns not able to close the door. So both jammers on a scoring pass. Cotton does not get it because a penalty called.
All right, that's a power jam for the Axels. Big Bang Fury up at the front. Doing great work. Oh, and
Fiona grapple with a late hit, but try to attempt to capture Evangelical. Nothing doing. 4 points up for the Axels.
great job by Evangelical to stay on the toe stops and inbounds.
Very much. Denver speeding up.
Good blocking coming from Swagatha.
And able to run past Fiona Grapple. Evangelical 4 more. 8 on the jam, 16 total. Now an 8-point lead for Denver as Cotton is back out of the penalty box and on a scoring pass. But Rose tightening up a bit, and finally Cotton out. And Evangelical will try to tap the hips, but not the lead jammer.
Yeah, that's...
We will go another 30 seconds. Everybody gets a 2-minute jam. Yay! Yay for me. I enjoy a 2-minute jam.
I do too.
I don't skate, so it's easy. Just have longer to talk.
Don't have to fill space on the breaks. All right, we're at 12-12 now. And Cotton, a little jammer defense there at the top of the apex.
Just a little friendly pressure. Oh
yeah.
Evangelical trying the jump, not able to land in bounds. Cotton pushes through the outside with some assistance. Collects 4 more. A 16-12 run and a 20-point lead. Well, while the house is announcing Holler, I'm going to talk about Wild. Wild CBD, sparkling waters, and edible delights that enhance every moment. Thanks to Wild for sponsoring Rose City.
And for sponsoring our penalty box.
Oh, really?
Currently empty.
I should have guessed from the giant Wild CBD poster or a sign banner hanging behind it. Poster sign banner. It's a new term.
Dame up at the front of the pack. But now the front of the pack is...
It's farther away. And Evil X, lead jammer.
And we got a star pass to Ultra Eagle.
Who could that be?
Ultra Eagle now has the star.
Well, whoever it is, they're chasing after the pack. Alter Eagle catches, but jam called.
Just in time.
Yes, and held scoreless. So we stay 40-20.
All right, next up we have Trinity and Miss T Maven.
As we roll back to Jam 1, it's both teams playing the 4 jammer rotation, at least through this run. And Misty Maven having much more luck this time.
Yes. Took advantage of a downed blocker. And that's going to be Trinity on a forearm.
Call. First trip to the Wild penalty box for a Rose City jammer.
And they're losing the Habanero Romero as well. So 4-3 pack advantage, which the Mile High Club is taking advantage of.
Yes, quick second 4-point pass for Misty Maven. Now working on a third. A nicely opened up door by Thorns. And Misty is through. 12 the jam, and Thorns lining up for it again. But, ooh, cuts to the inside. Sneaky. Go where they're not looking. Trinity out of the box, cutting back, engaged, and Steve Maven drives the entire tripod into the back of Trinity.
And now Swagger and HR up at the front of the pack, trying anything. And there's the star pass to Habanero Romero.
Meanwhile, Misty Maven out for 20 at this point. Pack speeding up a bit. Habanero Romero giving chase, and Misty Maven calls off the jam. Yes, before Habanero Romero able to get there. 2 more points. 22 takes us to 66-20.
This time out is brought to you by welcome to PDX and Good Cows Tabor, the official wheel of the Rose City Rollers.
Oh, yes, timeout.
Is this a team timeout
Or did he just say timeout because he wanted it to be a timeout? I don't see a timeout
Yeah,
happening.
I don't see a timeout called either. All right.
Mike checks on house call, confusing the broadcast announcers by saying it's a timeout.
All right, Zip up to the front, but wow, that last line of defense held on.
Tight. Klein looking to the outside, but Zip grabs lead. Second lead jam of the game for the Axels.
And this is a foot race. Klein right on Zip's heels.
Yes.
And Zip has to call that.
Klein likes that. Stay as close to the inside edge, lift your inside leg, and like ride the tape around the corner move, which is both efficient and, for me, with weak ankles, terrifying.
Sizzle Pie, RCR's official pizza partner. Death to False Pizza.
That sounds really good right now.
They do have some good pizza.
They do.
Sizzling. I'm a fan.
Sizzling, no less. And you can get some sort of discount, I think, based on the email I had recently. All right, Evangelical out first, lead jammer, 2 straight leads for your Axles of Annihilation. Cotton knocked out of bounds and now back engaged and pushing at the front.
And Big Bang Fury playing offense. Oh, wow. Big Bang Fury just
Beautiful.
buried. Gobricked.
Yes. Correct. Not expecting that, I think.
Oh, Evangelical. Oh, airborne, but ran into MC Slammer and could not.
Didn't quite land it. Cotton had cleared the back just at that point, but didn't land it safely inbounds. So 4-0 on the jam takes us to 24-66.
Rogue Ales and Spirits, award-winning Oregon-made craft brews and spirits available in all 50 states. Find your brew at rogue.com. And this is an official timeout.
Hey, that means we can say that it's a timeout that's brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Which I think means that if you have season tickets, you get a free house. Is that not how that works?
I wish that was how it works.
Oh, all right, maybe not.
Because Mrs. Puns has season tickets, and
There, see? You should ask. You should call Tabor and say, so what's my break? It's probably not a free house.
Yeah, that'd be
Maybe
awesome.
it's like a 1/10 of a point off your closing costs.
Lots of jockeying there.
Yes. Jockey galore. Speedlejuice jamming against Thunder Dame.
And that is Brute heading to the box on a multiplayer, and that frees Speedlejuice.
Didn't even have to say it 3 times for Speedlejuice to appear out the front of the pack.
Oh, Dame with some defensive jamming there.
Yes, not quite fully connected, but and then forced out of bounds and rolled back is Thunder Dame.
Oh, HR and Swagatha. Big drawback there.
Yes, that was a beautiful late defense as Speedlejuice thought she was free, but not quite. Forced to roll way back now. Thunder Dame again trapped and Brute out of the box, straight onto offense. And Thunder Dame now with the star in hand, looking, maybe, reaching, stretching, and there goes the pass.
And there's the call off from Speedlejuice, not wanting to give Brute another point.
No.
4 points being put up on the board by Denver. Right now we got a score of 70-24.
So a 4-0 jam, 70-24 our score. Who's next?
The streaming broadcasts of RCR's 2022 games are brought to you by S1 Helmet Company, USA's leader in protective gear and maker of the S1 Lifer Visor Helmet, next level protection.
I was kind of thinking, wow, maybe we need a broadcast helmet. Be like one of those ones that, like a pilot helmet or a tanker helmet with a microphone attached in it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be great. Also great, Stomps versus Evil X, and Stomps almost clear, but Denver just locking it down again at the front.
Oh, that's going to be a low block.
That was very much a low block.
Oh, that's a low block on Habanero.
Really? Must have been prior to, maybe that's what caused Evil X to slide into the other skater. I'm like, he was definitely low when everybody fell down.
MC Slammer, great work.
Oh, that was a beautiful stop and jumping in front. Wee Bonnie Bruiser trying to stop that run back.
Stomps now into turn 2 and having no luck. There goes Evil X.
Evil X out front.
Oh. Go break, great defense, just long enough.
And Evil X able to pull through, picks up the 4 points as Stomps forced to the infield to roll back. Now Stomps
pulling the cap, looking for Habanero.
Star in hand. 3 points on that pass for Evil X with no impact.
Habanero has the star.
2 straight star passes for the Axels, and neither pivot able to score.
Excellent work by Denver to quickly call that off and start the next jam.
It's kind of fun. I'm used to seeing Habanero as a jammer, not as a pivot.
Yeah.
And an official timeout. Brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Official timeout on the track.
And hey, do you know a business that would benefit by promoting at Derby events and to RCR members? Email sponsorship at rosecityrollers.com or check out our sponsorship page on rosecityrollers.com. So they're doing a quick score adjustment.
Oh, extra point for Denver. So it was a 4, a 3, and a 3 instead of 4, 3, 2, which was much more, numerically progressive, but I guess getting the score right is kind of worthwhile. That takes Denver to 80. Axels at 24, 14-22 to go in this first period of our delayed first day of the hometown throwdown. So I was asking you about the schedule. So tonight we will have this, which is game 1, and then we will have the Montreal New Skids against European All-Stars game will be up next, and the arch rival game against the loser of this game gets pushed to tomorrow. At least that's what I was told like an hour ago.
Yes. And that will probably stick, but at this point it's hard to say.
Exactly. Just leave your stream on all night and see what happens.
Trinity. Wow, that Denver defense is just huge. No pass, no penalty. Trinity is out, but is not lead jammer.
Now we'll get to see. Does Misty Maven say, I'm going to pull off this star because I didn't realize? No, Misty Maven not yet pulling off the star.
I am liking Denver's defense. They are just whacking those Rose jammers.
Nice work by Axels there, and there goes Misty Maven pulling off the star. So a 2-minute jam coming. Just a little rocked on that knock out of bounds and passes the star off. This is the first star pass for Denver. As Leah Davidson now with the star, 4 points up.
And just what every pivot wants. Over a minute of jamming.
Right, I thought I was just on defense. But Leah Davidson, no problem. Slides through, grabs 4. Trinity also almost clear. Misty Maven with the hip, and one last shoulder. Big shoulder from Chinaski, and Chinaski is called for illegal contact and heads to that wild CBD penalty box.
And Chinaski picks up the bonus for not exiting the track in a timely fashion.
Yes, and Chinaski started towards the middle, and the ref's like, no. And then, took plenty of time to get out of bounds instead of just going directly to the side.
Alter Eagle with the big knockback on Leah Davidson.
Davidson rolling back as Trinity trapped at the front.
Getting some help from Ripley.
And then Ripley stepping back, and now everybody's engaged. Let's just go with this. Leah Davidson's just like, I'm just going to wait until this. We're almost out of time. I don't see the point. Why am I continuing to push?
Leah says, I got my points. I don't need to go get more.
Exactly.
Those 4 points. Good heads-up play by Axels of Annihilation.
So 12-8. Rose City winning that jam now 36-88. But Leah Davidson now the high-scoring pivot so far in this game.
And we've got a team timeout from the Mile High Club.
Well, I believe this team timeout must be brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Stabler, the official realtor of Rose City Rollers.
Indeed, it would be.
That would be my guess. Meanwhile, the Axels of Annihilations are hanging out at the Jam Line. Jam Line brought to you by Jam on Hawthorne, Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast.
It is a good breakfast.
All right.
I'm a big fan, but get there early. The lines can be long.
I like breakfast. I don't like lines so much. So how early is early? Like 6:30?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. Could be a line right now for tomorrow morning.
I don't think it's that popular.
Okay. All right. This
Although
isn't like
it should be.
This isn't like lining up for Springsteen tickets outside the Ticketmaster early
Right.
to roll things back to 1993.
Oh, man, I remember doing that, too.
Good times. Kids today
Yeah.
with their apps.
And they're bots that buy up all the tickets and force
Exactly.
you to have to, like, go through resellers. I kind of miss just standing in line. It's a much more natural process.
All right.
Coyote doing great work in the back of the pack.
But Klein able to escape out the front. Lead jammer Klein zip very quickly through, too.
Good offensive blocking from Big Bang Fury. Oh, Habanero with the force out.
And
Only gave up 2 points, but 0 for Zip.
so that takes us to 90-36. And we're down to 11 and a half minutes to go in the first period.
Now, let me tell you about Two Town Cider. It's damn fine cider made here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a bright cider soon. Oh,
Two Towns is delightful.
Yes.
All right, Cotton jamming against Evangelical. Evangelical take to the track. Cotton fighting through the middle. Evan back up. And Evangelical looking to the outside. Almost free. And yes! Picks up lead jammer.
Nice little stop and go from Evangelical. And Cotton just digging in. Oh, Evangelical stuck that landing, but got forced out.
Cotton now spins around and completes the initial pass. Evangelical trapped at the back, pushing towards the front. Penalty called. Somebody getting called for a forearm. That was
Call off.
Root back to the box. That's a couple.
And looks like 4 picked up by Denver. That call off a little bit late.
Cotton sneaking in to grab those points.
Rolls was calling for that call off, but Evangelical was just a little bit late on that and cost them 4 points and Brute.
And yes, with 2 blockers in the box, the Axels only 2 on the track, and everybody's still managing to hold Speedlejuice back, but Speedlejuice finally through, grabs lead as Thunder Dame pushing and pushing and pushing.
And Alter Eagle, probably knowing which way that jammer was thinking of going.
Probably. Slight idea.
Yeah. Alter Eagle's been there a few times.
Sasson back out of the box and now shoring up the defense. As Chinesky trying to break things free.
Oh, Brute grabbing that
quick.
star.
That was like running back style handoff right there.
Yeah.
That was a great grab by Brute. But jam called off by Speedlejuice, 4-0, 98-40.
And team timeout from Rose City Rollers. The Axels want to, I think, slow this down and talk about it a little bit.
Just a touch.
Hey, Black Cat Plumbing, PDX's neighborhood plumbing company and proud sponsor of RCR since forever.
Trailhead Credit Union, give financial guidance for whatever
So let's see. Loser of this game moves on to face arch rival, which I believe will be tomorrow morning. The winner will move on to play the winner of Game 3. Game 3 is that arch rival and against the loser of this game. That will be tomorrow at some point. Currently, schedule says that that game would be at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
We'll see how that works out.
Or actually, it's 6 p.m., sorry, 5 p.m. doors. If you happen to be watching this on Facebook you're in Portland and you want to come tomorrow, continue to monitor the Facebook page and you'll find out when we're actually starting things. There is a bit of a gap in the schedule tomorrow, so hopefully they can fit a game.
That's them.
All right, backing up Evil X with the star for Denver Stomps. Jamming for Rose's Axels of Annihilation. Evil X pushing and pushing.
Big, long recycle for Stomps. That is a long pack. And Evil X, lead jammer.
Yeah, that was about as long as it could be, pretty much. Just stretching all the way around the corner. Evil X hits the gap. And
Evil X has got a lot of power.
yeah. And seems to be, and it hits the gap really well. Like isn't colliding right into the back of somebody, but just sort of sliding sideways into the space where it's allowed. Star pass off from Stomps. Now Gaffney with the star for the Axels.
And Evil X with a very timely call off.
Yes. Did it hold? Oh, not timely enough. 3 points up for Rose City. A 3-3 tie. Takes us to 101-43. And just under 8 minutes to go in the period. All right, Misty Maven back out for Denver.
And that looks to be Trinity for Axels. Trinity looking for the inside lane, finding a whole lot of Denver.
Man, Misty Maven just sneaks up before Alter Eagle looked just as she went by. She's like, oh, I can't, nope, can't get there.
And Alter Eagle was looking for that star
Yes.
pass, but now has to play defense.
And now Trinity again, star off, is saying, hey, Eagle, where are you at? Okay, I'm here. Great. I'll just take that and run off the outside.
Yeah.
Misty Maven, meanwhile, checks. Yeah, okay, we'll call off.
Yeah. You don't give Alter Eagle a shot.
No need. All right, 105-43 is Denver grabbed 4 before Misty Maven called it off. I will say, if you're going to be a coach, you should be as visible as possible. And Dominic Lenzo is living up to that.
Yeah.
Actually, the entire coaching staff. We've got Sparkles and Shine.
That is a highly visible coaching staff on the Denver
Yes,
bench.
you will not miss them walking to the center of the track. You also won't miss Klein because Klein is lead jammer. You might miss him, and then she's out the front and skating away from you.
Wow, Denver just seems to manage to get a body on that Rose blocker anytime they get free.
Klein slicing through the pack like a nice warm knife through butter to grab the 4 points. Is Zip again caught up at the front, and everybody just pulling. Axel's doing a great job catching the goat, but not able to hold it to prevent the pack from stretching out too far. Klein adds 4 more.
Yeah, 43-113. Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better at sasquatchr.org.
Don't forget the org.
Not going to lie, I've said .com more than once because I'm just used to it. So, yes,
exactly.
.org. All right, Evangelical and Speedlejuice. Speedlejuice running into Habanero Romero and Big Bang Fury, 2 former junior skaters for the Rosebuds. And Evangelical parts the defense like the Red Sea.
Picking up lead jammer, first lead jam for Axels in 5 jams.
Beetlejuice taking a shot at Evangelical on the way past.
Beetlejuice now star in hand, getting a attempt from Chinaski for a little assist. And Beetlejuice able to find room on the inside to get free. Puts the star back on. Evangelical calls off a 4-0 run.
Probably the first time Denver's been scoreless in a while.
It has been, yes, quite a few. Going back to what, Jam 7 was the last time they didn't pick up any points.
All right, next up, that's going to be Dame versus Evil X. Oh, Evil X showing a little bit of like
Stepping
here.
over.
I'm not
Yes.
sure that I want to step over Dame like
No,
that.
I don't
but
think I would
so
either.
far, Evil X has really been doing a great job as a jammer. So, I mean, I guess the swagger's
There you
warranted.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Thunder Dame's first lead jam of the game.
Welcome to Thunder Dame.
Yes, indeed. And Thunder Dame now on the scoring run and running right into a little extra fun courtesy of Denver's defense.
Great work by Denver's defense there.
But Dame able to exit, gets the 4.
And Ripley and Swagger with the drawback. Skull or Alter Eagle on the offense. And Pack extending. Great job by Denver.
And finally, Thunder Dame out with 4 more. 8 zip.
And Brute with the force out in the run back.
Thunder Dame 1 to beat. Cuts left. Good holding on.
And Rose in double digits for the first time in a while. There's the star pass.
And that is to number 31, Fiona Grapple. Second star pass of the game for Denver.
And Dame picks up 2, calls that jam.
And that is Rose City's largest jam of the game, 14 points, taking them to 61. And 2 straight scoreless jams
And we
for
have
Denver, and an official review call. Officially shiny.
Well, looks like they're actually going to use the official review and not just use it as a timeout. So while they discuss, I'm going to tell you about Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery. That is John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
It's all right there in the name. I mean,
Exactly.
other than the John's Landing part. But,
Right.
But the saloon and the eatery, that's excellent. And I would say if you want some of the delightful Rose City swag, get some gear, rep your favorite league, check out the online store at shop.rosecityrollers.com. You can get sweatshirts, T-shirts. I don't think you guys don't have like bobbleheads of the skaters yet, do you?
We do not have bobbleheads.
Party on the jam line.
We do have
Goes wild.
They are asking for a out-of-bounds block penalty on the white blocker 4-8.
okay
All right, looking for the out-of-bounds blocking.
on Brute. So the Zebras
just
were
picking on
hard
Brute.
up. Yeah.
Probably because Brute's got at least 3 fouls by this point. But it is nice having the microphone for the referee, so we can find out what the official review is about. From doing the number of the remote studio broadcasts WFDDA has this season where they're putting things on Twitch, and so I'm sitting in my basement watching it on TV, and I see the official review, no idea what it's about. Some of the time there's someone that's like in a Slack that can go, oh, it's this, but half the time we're like, I don't know, the score didn't change, nobody's in the box, clearly it didn't work.
Right.
Upon review, no out-of-bounds block action was witnessed, therefore the no call stands. Denver will not retain the review for the half.
All right.
All right.
Denver loses their official review for the next 2 minutes and 35 seconds. I think they'll be okay.
I think so. Some good wording was witnessed. Like, not that it didn't happen, we just didn't see it. It's like the care with that phrasing.
A 4-3 pack advantage for Denver to start this jam.
And everybody rolls back to the jammer line.
And Trinity taking a shot on Misty Maven. Misty Maven is through. And Fiona Grapple working against Big Bang Fury to prevent that.
Keep the kickstand away. I was like, you're doing offense and your jammer's not even here yet. What's happening? Oh, okay, this is defensive pushing people forward. Trinity just trapped at the front by all 4 Denver blockers. And Misty Maven at the back in a similar situation.
Misty Maven having a little bit more success. Misty Maven, I think, must have taken a shower in Greece or something, able to get through that defense like that.
Sneaky now sort of swimming the arm over the top but not pushing with it, and then forced out of bounds. Rolls back again. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, Trinity finally clears. Misty Maven also out. Checks with the bench, calls off the jam. And we're down to a minute and a half to go in the period, 117-61. As Rose held scoreless, but penalty box is empty. Having said that, it will immediately fill up.
Yeah.
Oh, an official review called by Rose City.
Let's tell you about United Athletic Club. That is where fitness happens in Southeast Portland. Many classes are taught by Rose City roller skaters.
And they're clearly fit, so
yes.
They must know something. Certainly more than I do. We'd also like to thank the following sponsors.
Rose City official review. They are asking for the back block call on white blocker 718 to be overturned.
Oh, all right then. Meanwhile, again, thanking some sponsors. We'd like to thank Shebop, Dai My Darling Hair Salon, and Porque No Taqueria. Porque yes? Porque no? Porque?
Porque definitely.
Yeah, all right.
And Mrs. Puns is a big fan of Dai My Darling.
I like the name.
I do too.
I don't have enough hair to dye, so there's not much point.
Yeah, that ship has also sailed for me, really.
All right. Let us hear from Darth Bling the result of the review.
Upon review, contact to the back was observed. Therefore, the back block call will stand. Rose City does not retain the review for the half.
Well, with a minute 13 seconds left, I think they'll also be okay.
So MC Slammer starting in the box. That is a 4-3 advantage for Denver.
Pack starting up close to the pivot line. Let's see if they shift. No shift yet at the 5 seconds. Denver getting ready for it. Now rolling back. As Rosebud, the Axels were split up in the pack a bit. Klein jamming against Zip.
And getting some offensive help from Coyote. Coyote doing some work breaking that tripod. But has to drop back to help against Zip.
And as Coyote drops back. Oh, nice whip around the corner by Chinaski. Helps get Klein free. Klein lead jammer. 43 seconds on the game clock, 1:30 on the period clock. Klein ducks around and collides directly with a hip, and it gets you a high block. You can't, somebody gets low, you got to get lower, I think is the lesson there. And Klein is through, 4 points up.
And star pass to Brute.
Brute running fast to get out of the pack. We're down to 14 seconds left on the period clock.
And there's Klein with the call off.
No one with an official review. I can't imagine either team is going to use a timeout.
No.
With only 2 left at this point in the half. So we will tick down, and that will take us to intermission.
All right, we got 10 minutes of intermission. Your score is 124-61, and we will see you back here in about 10 minutes.
stars' equation are designed. Is it gravity, your heart and mine? All I know is the stars have aligned. I could count the ways you lit up my life, but I wouldn't try. Your science I can't describe. Love unexplainably taking flight like a satellite. Ask me anything you'd like. I could answer every why. Oh, you wake me up like the morning light. Even darkness can't dim your bright eyes. You're the rising sun, the kindest sign that will be alright. Your science I can't describe. Love unexplainably taking flight like a satellite. This night, brilliantly simplified. I look at you and my heart takes flight like a satellite. Satellite.
All right, I think we're back.
We are
Hey,
back.
look, we're back. What do you know?
Woohoo! 61-124 is your score at intermission.
Yes.
As we're coming out.
And we did get an adjustment to the schedule for tomorrow. So I believe the arch rival game against the loser of this game will be at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That will be followed by the Wheels of Justice playing the loser of our next game. Next game coming up on this track at, what will it be, 8 p.m. tonight Pacific time will be Montreal's New Skids on the block against the European All-Stars. Saw them warming up at halftime. It was a mix of sort of a dance party and an aerobics class. It's very intriguing. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Mostly because I wasn't doing any of the exercises.
Yeah.
I don't think my knee would take that, but that's all right.
All right, here we go. We got Trinity and Miss T Maven.
Hey, that's how we started the game. What do you know?
And Misty Maven digging in against Big Bang Fury and Alter Eagle at the back of the pack.
Is it just me that has Big Bang Fury been playing in pretty much every jam this entire game?
Big Bang Fury has been playing a lot.
Yeah, they have been owning the end of the pack.
Big Bang Fury is, I watched Big Bang Fury as a junior, and great blocker back then, still a great blocker now.
Just with even more experience.
Yes.
Speaking of now being pushed and pushed and pushed by Misty Maven. And
knowing
Misty
just when to let go.
And burning 45 seconds before that lead jam was assigned.
And that, I believe that cap has been passed to Ultra Eagle.
It has indeed. Eagle is clear. Misty Maven is sliding through backwards and tapping the hips and grabbing all 4 points. Taking us to 128-61.
And hey, WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
More awesome is good. All right.
That is Dame versus Klein.
Yes, and
Dame one to beat. Oh,
almost. But Chinesky says, "Have you met my hips? Because they don't want you to go past them."
Yeah.
And Klein with lead. Axels shifting up the rotation a little bit here, having Dame go second in the list. And Klein just slides up the inside, grabs the 4 points. Notre Dame forced out. Rolling back slowly.
And big pack advantage right now. Big Bang Fury back, so now it's only 4-3 pack advantage for Denver, but.
And Brute being pushed away by Coyote. Coyote's like, I'm going to keep you away as long as I can. But Thunder Dame says, I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to continue rolling. Exits the pack. Klein, meanwhile, finishing the 3rd scoring pass, now in on 4th. And again, following Misty Maven's lead and leaning way backwards and tapping the hips.
And rolling over Brute, but Brute protected the point. Not that I think it's going to matter much on this one, but.
Not so much, but hey, every point counts somewhere. So 143 after that 15-point jam.
And next up, that would be Evangelical and.
That is Speedlejuice. Speedlejuice going, opting for the Sharpie on top of the tattoo, which
I'm sure the refs love.
So they love that, yes. Meanwhile, giving chase but not able to stop is Fiona Grapple as Evangelical also out half a lap behind. Speedlejuice slicing through nicely to grab the points.
And well played by Denver. Rose scoreless on that. Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's Black Sheep and Unicorns.
Wow, all right. It's a very focused clientele.
Yes, but a very underserved clientele.
True.
All right, Zip. Great blocking from the Axels to create that lane.
Well, so Misty Maven caught up and trapped. Zip with lead jammer is now back engaged, but a back block called, and that sends Zip to the penalty box.
Oh, forearm sends Misty Maven.
Oh, well, all right then. We'll just do a quick do-si-do, and we'll have 2 minutes of jam anyway. Minute 30 left. Misty with the star in hand. Back in. No attempt to pass it off. Just I'm going to hold on to this for a while and then get.
Oh, brute direction.
Launched. I did not go down and ask for penalty counts at halftime. I'm very curious as to how close Brute is.
There's a multiplayer being called on somebody. Oh, Rose losing somebody.
That was Sasson heading to the box.
And Sasson can't go anywhere because that box is already full.
Oh,
Axels with a lot of penalties tonight.
Zip now star off, looking for Alter Eagle to pass it to. Misty Maven also finally clear and finally through with 4 points. We've got 40 seconds left, and those were the first points officially on the board.
And high block on Zip. Second penalty of this jam on Zip.
And holding the star at the time, so no points. Well, points in the hat, presumably. Misty Maven cleared for a second run. And a 4-on-3 advantage to Denver, and the Denver sweep trying. Oh, that was sort of a swirly, like we're going to hit both sides sweep. Alter Eagle forced out to the infield, now rolls well back.
Great work by Ripley to stall the Denver jammer even a little bit.
And time runs out. Zip did clear the box and does have 2 points on the jam. 3-second penalty. Oh, I'm sorry. There was 1 point for Zip, 2 points for Misty Maven. He's looking at the wrong hand. So a 161-62 now.
Trailhead Credit Union, get financial guidance for whatever trail you choose. And that would be Stomps choosing the outside trail, but Evil X threw on the initial but not lead jammer. Stomps can still get lead. Evil X airborne.
Ooh, pretty. Yeah, Evil X was knocked out, and the blocker went down and didn't reestablish and pick up that skater. So figuring why not just go for the points, and we'll see how the defense holds up. Defense holding up so far, so good. Fiona grappled to the penalty box, thins out the Denver pack. Now they're down to 3 blockers on the track.
HR played some offense. Oh, Evil X. I've been very impressed with Evil X's jamming so far. And star pass to Habanero Romero, so this will be another 2-minute jam.
4 more up for Evil X. 12 total on the jam. Habanero Romero one to beat, and does so very quickly. As you mentioned, Habanero Romero generally jamming, right?
Yeah.
So good to have some pivots that are used to that role.
Actually, I think all of Rose's pivots are pretty used to it. I mean, Alter Eagle, I think, has got a little bit of experience.
I think you've jammed once or twice, right?
Oh, track cut on Evil X.
Oh,
and
the bonus. Because even still hadn't exited the track formally when the second penalty came in. The old X with the stripe across. And hey,
and
there goes Habanero Romero. So
both jammers picking up the bonus.
What? Oh, my Lord.
Wow. You don't usually see that.
All right, so why is I've never quite fully understood why is Habanero Romero sitting that much longer? Since they both had 2, you would think they would sit the again. This is why I'm not an official. I don't fully understand.
Yeah.
And I think
Rosemary's Baby has some questions, I think.
Yes, I think I have a question, please. Can you explain to me why my jammer is still sitting?
And here's the official timeout.
Yes.
This official timeout brought to you by Dead Counts Tabor and Rose City Roller. And welcome to PDX.com, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
I'm going to just continue with food sponsorships because it's late and I'm getting hungry. Killer Burger, 5 minutes to burgers, beer, and bottomless fries, assuming that you are within 5 minutes of Killer Burger.
Yeah, or, well, from here it is 5 minutes
Yes.
to the Selwood location.
I have eaten there, and it was a killer burger.
Yes, I am a big fan of Killer Burger.
All right, discussions are ongoing, and I believe that is a habanero Romero removed from the penalty box. As we check in and communicate. And let's also mention the Laurelhurst Theater and Pub, bringing the best of classic and modern cinema to Portland. If you're in the Portland area and you like movies, that would be a place to see them.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It is a lovely little theater.
Always confuses me when other cities have neighborhoods that have names of neighborhoods in Seattle. I'm like, why are you advertising for something that's in Seattle? Oh, you have your own Laurelhurst. Okay. Now I get it. So is there specific hometown throwdown merchandise?
I
Do you
don't know.
Oh, we'll have to find that out before tomorrow so we could see if it was at the merch store at shop.rosecityrollers.com along with the other swag. Looking over there, those look like not necessarily tournament shirts.
That does not look like tournament shorts. You know, if we had had like the regular schedule, I would have known this answer by now, but
But no.
The jammers serving the penalty box, both blue and white jammers had 2 penalties each. Therefore, their times were offset perfectly. We took the white jammer out of the box to correct this. Both teams will start with their jammers for this half, or for this jam.
All right. As expected, yes, they should have been both kicked out.
kicked out of the box. Not out of
Yes,
the,
not out of the game or out of a bar
right.
or wherever. Just out of the penalty box.
So now we get to see Trinity, and I believe that's Klein.
That is indeed Klein. And Klein not able to get out first because Trinity has already got it.
Ooh. Klein, though, great acceleration on that corner.
Axels now turning to offense, and Trinity quickly grabbing a couple of points, but Denver able to stay ahead, 2 of them at least. So a 2-0 run takes the Axels to 71.
And Taryn with the celebration. Hey, we only gave up 2 on that, which, you know.
Worth celebrating.
All right, Thunder Dame, fist bumps, Misty Maven.
And everybody comes back to just get really close to them. Like, no, we want to be near you guys. You seem awesome. Misty Maven looking outside. Thunder Dame just pushing, but Misty Maven finds room to grab lead.
And there's the star pass to Alter Eagle.
Beautifully done.
Well, the Axels are getting a lot of practice with that
They
tonight.
are indeed.
And 2 points scored.
Little Alter Eagle Misty Maven hug at the end. 2 points. 2 points. Takes us to 185 for Denver, 71 for the Rose City Rollers.
Five-second call. That is Beetlejuice and Evangelical. Beetlejuice to the front. But, Evangelical.
Yes. Nice run. Grabs the lead jam and back at it as Beetlejuice challenging the tripod at the front, but excellent work. Just rolling left to right and waterfalling through, and now stepping back to bridge as the pack stretches and Beetlejuice finally clear. And now Axel's coming back to do some offense.
And call off just in time.
Nicely done. I saw Beetlejuice shooting in. I'm like, is that gonna be quick enough? Yes, apparently so.
Barely.
Yes, barely indeed. So 185-75 with 18:25 to go. Both teams full strength. Axels with 2 blockers at the jammer line. Denver setting up at the front.
Zip and Klein. Habanero Romero zoning Klein into the,
Into the yes.
into the defense, but
Klein is wily
yes.
and so quick. Just, okay, I'm going here now, and then through and out. This time Klein gets a little offensive assist, slides in, calls off, grabs the points.
Big offensive assist from Glitterous there.
Yeah.
But 2-point steal
Hey,
for the
all right.
Axels.
Nicely done.
Hey, have you seen our skate-mobile? It's the party on wheels. Packed with 150 plus pairs of skates and gear, we're ready to make any event a hit. Visit RoseCityRollers.com for more info on how to book the skate-mobile.
Does it come with enough sport court to make your own roller derby track?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
At least not that I know of.
Alter Ego hauling Trinity through the pack, and then they both fell down. It was a great idea, and it was going to work awesomely.
It almost did.
They hadn't just slightly lost a footing at the end.
And Cotton picking up a 4-wall there. Brew dropping back for some offense, but Taryn and company giving nothing.
And Cotton is clear, but the star is not on the hat. It has gone somewhere. Ah, there it was. It must have fallen off.
And that's an immediate call off from Rose as they get lead.
That was intriguing.
Don't see that very
You
often.
do not see the helmet cover come completely. I mean, when Cotton was going in, I was like, that's riding up a little bag high on the back. But, yeah, and then came out, and I was like, oh, she just stashed it. Nope, apparently not.
All right, we got Dame and Misty Maven. Oh, Big Bang Fury, Swaggeth, and MC Slammer working hard on Misty Maven. Here comes Leah Davidson with that offense.
Meanwhile, Dame trying and trying, but held up by Denver, and Misty Maven able to grab lead. Now Dame star in hand, 1 to beat.
And
Up
now
against Leah
2.
Davidson.
Oh, Leah Davidson, great force out.
Bumps that hip out, and that's it. Glitterous also rolling on the rollback. And Dave's like, oh, I'm going to do this again?
I would not want to have to go through that Denver defense more than once.
Not at all. Misty Maven finally, after a lengthy amount of leaning on the Axels, is broken free and grabs the points. Dame also clear.
Both pivots in the box.
It's a pivot party. And there is 4 more points. Misty Maven adds 8 to the Denver lead, now 197-77.
Hey, do you want to get in on the action? Join RCR as a skater or official or announcer. Hey, we need more of those. We
Hey.
hold regular intro to Derby boot camps, and we'll teach you everything you need to know to get rolling. Check out RoseCityRollers.com/join for more info.
And really, the announcing part, you just need to know how to talk.
Yeah.
And then learn the rules, and that's it. Don't even have to math. Unlike those non-skating officials.
Yeah, those people have to do math. Lots of
math and stuff.
All right, Evangelical is your lead jammer. Evil X. Ooh. Evangelical sent Evil X flying.
Lex keeps appealing to the ref. Hey, that was a low block, right? No, apparently not. And 4 points up for Evangelical.
There's a whistle for somebody.
I think Evangelical is like, is it me? Because I'm trapped. I can't get to the side if it's me. Okay, it's not me. All right. Nice handoff there to Leah Davidson. As Evil X just sort of sneaking it into the middle of the pack. Evangelical with 8 points, cuts through on the 3rd pass.
And the very emphatic call off.
Yes. Grabs 2 more, a 10-point jam, largest of the half. And that takes Rose City to 87. Now a 90-point lead with 13:22 to go.
We'd also like to thank the Laurel owners, Peter and Pub, bringing the best in classic and modern cinema.
And that would be Zip and Klein.
Yes. The Zip and Klein show. And Zip looking to the outside. Klein trying to find the in. Alter Eagle in the way, but Klein is able to sneak through, grabbing 4 points. And there is your star pass to the Alter Eagle. Klein grabs the 4, calls off the jam. Eagle not quite able to catch up fast enough, and you are now at 201 to 87. As the Montreal New Skids continuing to warm up just off the track, running in place as a mass. It's the first mass start run in place I think I've ever seen.
And yet somehow, despite running in place, they look like they're having a good time.
I know, I don't understand. It's all the bagels, I think, up there in Montreal. Keeps them happy.
Good B. And Brute. Great solo force out. Oh, stomps. Gets clobbered.
The grapple just saying, oh, you think you're going to get lead.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't, because we've already got that for Speedlejuice, but you're also not escaping the pack.
Here comes HR. Trying to push blockers out of the way like an HR person would push paper.
I was going to ask, is that a Puff and Stuff reference, or is it a person that works in an office HR department reference, or neither? In either case, neither is the score. 0-0 on the jam as Stomp had escaped and Speedlejuice called it off.
Smart play from Speedlejuice. That looks to be Trinity and Cotton, I believe.
I think so, yes. Yes, that is a 151 on the sleeve. Cotton going on the outside edge. Trinity trying, but held up. And again, Denver, everybody falling to the ground. Alter Eagle trying to break things free.
The Denver Jammers have been doing a really good job of getting into the Rose tripods and just making the tripods fall apart.
Yeah, causing some mayhem. Trinity clears the pack, star in hand. Cotton lead jammer and calls off, but only grabbing 2. Takes Denver to 203. Axels held at 87.
Even helical, I believe, Misty Maven.
Yes. And everybody comes back to meet them. You're not getting a run up, either of you. Misty Maven bouncing, but evangelical lead jammer. Second time this half. Misty Maven also clear, about a 3/4 of a lap behind as evangelical getting a little offensive assistance from Ripley. And forced out of bounds, calls off the gym. Mid somersault, it appeared.
That was very athletic.
Yes. Grabs 3 points prior to said somersault. Taking the Axels to an even 90. And we got 9 minutes to go in the game. 90 to 203. Denver in the lead. Denver in blue. Axels of Annihilation in white. And Rose with a 4-3 advantage for moments, but not many of them.
But enough to get
back.
Zip out.
Klein trapped at the back now, finds a way through, gets past Big Bang Fury. That's Zip. Bounces off Leah Davidson and calls off the jam.
3 points for Zip.
Yeah, second straight three-point jam for the Axels. And Denver held scoreless again.
Next time you're in PDX, visit Holler, your new favorite sports bar and treat shop. And also visit a timeout, courtesy of the Denver Mile High Club.
If you don't want to miss out on any of the Rose City fun, sign up for the mailing list at rosecityrollers.com, or you can text RCR News, it's RCR NEWS, to 22828. And then you'll find out about, the Sizzle Pie discounts. And also when you have events.
And when those events get
Postponed by weather.
yes.
Yes, to recap the schedule. So this game 1, was supposed to happen at noon today, and it started 6 hours late because power was out because there was a bunch of wind and a bunch of rain. So our next game 2, Montreal's New Skids versus the European All-Stars, that will be coming up at 8 p.m. local Pacific time. And the game 3, arch rival versus the loser of this game, will occur tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Tune in to a Facebook near you.
All right, we got Beetlejuice and Beyond Thunderdame.
Dame looking to the inside. Oh, nice work by Alter Ego as the lead blocker, just opening up a lane and then shutting it down for Beetlejuice. As Denver has to regroup onto defensive mode to hold Thunderdame. Beetlejuice looking outside. Yes, knocked out of bounds, and now has the star in hand.
And Thunderdame threw on the first scoring pass. Beetlejuice looking for the pivot, not getting any love from that pivot.
Davidson's trying to open up a lane and not have to accept that star. Since the last time Leah Davidson had the star, it was a 2-minute jam. All right, Leah's got it now and clears the pack.
And Thunderdame
does not get a penalty and calls off the jam. And that takes Rose City to an even 100. And holding Denver scoreless for the third straight jam. Down to 7 minutes, 103-point Denver lead.
Evil X and Stomps trading some laughs behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
I would say the teams seem to be having a good time and enjoying playing against each other. There hasn't been any animosity. Everybody's like smiling at each other, which is always nice to see.
Although I feel like there's still going to be plenty of bruises at the end of this.
Oh, absolutely.
And track cut on Evil X.
Wow, had lead, lost lead, 2-minute jam.
Which I know is just what Stomps is looking for right now.
Stomps came into this jam going, I'm going to run it long. Probably not. But now forced to run it long. He's clear on the initial.
And Rose has a goat.
Me too. They have trapped Taryn in the back. And Evil X forced out, and now, Stomps forced out. Now rolled back by Thorne.
That was a long rollback.
Yes.
HR coming and playing some offense, but that Denver defense is, they've been swarming.
Yes. Just locking things down. Evil X now out of the box.
And HR heading to the box. Oh. Big Bang Fury knocks Evil X out, but cannot stay upright. Thus, no pass, no penalty. Evil X is through.
Evil X clearly passed him prior. Had some points in the hat going into the penalty box. Evil X, how did those left feet keep in bounds? I don't know, but they certainly did.
Getting low and flexible.
Yes. That's 4 points there. Meanwhile, and a hop over for another 4. Meanwhile,
Stomps has pulled the cap, looking for Habanero Romero. And, Evil X again.
And a cut track on Stomp. I saw the feet come back in. I'm like, I'm pretty certain that Thorns had backed up just enough and did indeed.
Evil Etch, 3 apex jumps in a row, back to back to back.
And a 5-point run, or a 5-pass run for 20 points, 20-4. The Stomp able to pick up points despite ending up in the penalty box. So 104 to 223. And we're down to 4.5 minutes to go in this first game of the Hometown Throwdown 2022.
And here goes Misty Maven. Not unopposed, but without another jammer to deal with.
Yes. Stomp still sitting in the box. Misty Maven signaling to the team, hey, well, how about some offense? And it comes.
Getting it.
And well done. Not a standard sweep everybody decide. Denver kind of mixing it up.
But good enough to create the gaps needed for Misty Maven.
Exactly. Stomp now out of the box with the star in hand rolled all the way back, accompanying Swagatha, who was on the run back. Stomp almost clear, but Leah Davidson says, no, you are not. You will go out of bounds. As Misty Maven adds a second 4-point run, 8 total on the jam.
And star pass to Alter Eagle.
And the Eagle has landed the star upon the helmets. Misty Maven calls off the jam. A third 4-point run. 12 total now, 235 to 104. Ticking down to 3 minutes to go in the game.
Best fit plus best protection equals the S1 Lifer helmet. Get a lifer, be a lifer. All right, Trinity and Klein.
Klein going outside, pushing to the front, but Trinity is almost through, but just enough of a hip from number 31, Fiona Grapple. And Klein
going airborne.
Was that a single axle, perhaps? I can't remember which figure skating jump it is when you take off heading forward and you land backwards. Whatever it was beautiful.
Yeah, that
and
was very nice.
Klein now 1 to beat and bumped out, but no run back. Now 2 tied up.
Now it's just Rosemary's Baby, or sorry, not Rosemary's Baby, Big Bang Fury.
Big Bang Fury.
Rolls was Bang's blocking partner back in the junior days.
Exactly, and I almost made that same comment earlier, and I'm like, no, Rolls isn't on the track right now. All right, Trinity is finally clear. Has put the star back on. Klein calls off the jam. Minute 50 to go. A 4-point run for Klein, 239 to 1. Oh, sorry, make that 7. 242 to 104. Now under a minute to go. We've got Zip and Cotton. Everybody on the track that can be on the track. 4 on 4. Zip is clear quickly as lead jammer, but also quickly grabbed by Denver. As Diosa Azteca running up the outside to meet Zip. Like Zip had lead, but Diosa's like, you're not getting out that easy. Finally, Zip clears.
Cotton forced out by Ripley and Sasson.
And Cotton pushing. Zip also pushing. There's so much pushing.
Lots and lots of pushing.
Zip's got 4:43 on the period clock, 1:20 on the jam clock.
We've got a star pass.
Hey, first of the half for Denver. And before Coyote can get anywhere, jam is called. And we will have
just enough time for one more.
Perfect. So an 8-point jam for the Axels takes them to 112.
242 for the Mile High Club. I'm going to say that this one's out of reach.
I think yes. I think we can all agree that no one is getting 100-plus points in a jam, no matter how great they are. And Evangelical, pretty great. and seals it off with the final lead jam of the game as Beetlejuice held up in the pack and then rolled over and kind of smashed to the ground. Everybody back up. Evangelical outside, cuts through, met by the Denver pivot. That's number 27, Gobrecht. Gobrecht hands off to Wee Bonnie Bruiser, but Wee Bonnie Bruiser has to let Evangelical go as well. And finally, Beetlejuice is clear. Period clock now at 0. We are on jam time alone. As Mile High Club says, we're going to go fast now, thank you. And we're going to take, it's the reverse goat. They catch a roast blocker and just keep shoving them forward. Like, we don't want you behind. We want to go as fast as we can. Your unofficial final score, 117 Rose City, 242 Denver. So let's figure out what that means. That means that the Axels will be back to play arch rival tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And Denver moves on to play in game 5, which will maybe still be at 6 p.m. That will be a semifinal against the winner of that arch rival and Axels game.
All right.
So they get a little bit of a rest, and we get to take a little break before we come back with Montreal and the European All-Stars.
Yeah. We will see you back here in about 20-something minutes.